The Nick Sorter story has been on the topic of conversation the last, I would say, 10 days or so. And to be clear, it's not really the Nick Sorter story. It's more about the Minneapolis fraud story. This has been very eye-opening for a lot of people. Are you not familiar with this story there, Phil?
Oh, you said Sorter, so I'm wondering.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nick Shirley.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
we were all confused.
Sorry.
I'm like, is there more than one Nick now?
I
Thought we were
said
being
Nick,
tested.
I said Nick Sorter
quiz.
because we're going to go to some of Nick Sorter's, who is a different person than Nick Shirley's,
There's too many
posts
Nicks.
over
Okay.
on X. Hey, listen, if all the white guys named Nick can just take a step back, I'd really appreciate it. Too many Nicks out there that are white. Just
There's
saying.
too many
It's your
Simons in
fault.
gaming, and there's too many Nicks in fraud alerts.
Total, just a random question, which I know this is just a horrible question to ask, but is there a more white name than Nick? I don't know if I know a single Asian or black guy named Nick. Does anybody know an Asian or black guy named Nick?
I know one guy named Nick.
You're
Okay.
lying.
Well,
You're a liar.
I know. Okay, Nicholas C.
white?
Nicholas C. is an actor, Jetting Fong. He's basically he was in what's it called again? A movie with Jackie Chan, Gen X Cops, and he's also in. Well, he's in his 40s now. Like he's a famous Hong Kong actor. And then I have a friend Nick growing up.
Okay.
He's a fat Taiwanese guy.
Okay.
It's a
Not
The
fat
Chinese,
bastard.
but
Oh,
you know,
okay.
basically Chinese though.
All right. Well, anyways, with all that said, sorry for the derailment. The Nick Shirley fraud story has been interesting. There's been lots of trickle down effects. It's caused a lot of government action happening now. You see the United States government saying they're sending in DHS agents to Minnesota. They said there's 2,000 boots on the ground now, which is good. You want to see action after this. This was one of our big concerns here, Phoenix, was the idea that we were kind of black-pilled. Like, okay, cool. Is anything actually going to happen? Well, things are kind of happening.
Yeah, shit's happening all over the place. Yeah.
Which is a good thing. But every one of those people has to stay somewhere. And there's a lot of hotels in Minneapolis, and some of them are Hilton hotels. Let me just go to this story here from Fox News as they are following this story. And we do have a full resolution to this. So we're going Blabs, you have not heard this yet?
Nope.
Okay, pay attention.
And Sandra, we're also tracking another story out of Minnesota this afternoon. DHS just posting on social media a short time ago, accusing the Hilton hotel brand of refusing service to ICE agents in the state of Minnesota. This is their X post, essentially saying Hilton is doing a coordinated campaign to stop ICE officers from booking hotels in Minnesota. They posted a couple of screenshots of email exchanges showing staff at least one Hilton hotel telling them, we researched you, we found out you're immigration agents, and we are not going to provide you service. Sandra, I can tell you it is not a one-off. I've gotten texts from other ICE officers on the ground in Minnesota showing me screenshots of other Hilton hotels denying them service specifically because they are immigration agents. Our team on the ground is looking into it and has reached out to Hilton for comment. We'll update our viewers when we hear more on that front.
Okay. So if you work for DHS or you work for ICE or you're going to Minnesota to track down some illegals or some fraud, hey, they say no. No, the hotel operators are I've never heard of a hotel operator researching people after they book.
I kind of wonder how legal that is.
Well,
It's not illegal to like just Google someone. No.
True, but like if they have their credit card information and they go through it that way, I feel like that somehow is not very moral.
well, maybe they didn't have maybe they're not searching their credit card information, but when you do book, you do give a name and things like that. So anyways, the people who own this group of hotels, it's not Hilton. The way this works is they buy the hotel and they more or less license the Hilton name as a part of it, right? These are individual owners. It's a company that has, a CEO and, people who run that business. It's its own business that is licensing the name of Hilton. That's how Hilton has 10,000 hotels or whatever it is, right? So maybe this may make a little bit more sense if you saw the names of the owners of the LLC. And we're not doxing here. This is all publicly available information. But given all the craziness that's happened over the last couple weeks in Minnesota, maybe the names right here may make a little bit more sense, as you see on your screen right there, as Parmjeet Singh, Amit Pret Hundal, Karandeep Nagra, and Mahadijit Kaur.
White
think the
people again,
fun-
damn it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the
Always-
fun is listening to you pronounce these names.
I
It's
used to be deep into
wonderful.
Karen before.
Yeah, I don't know. If we can, if all the white people can just stop holding people back, like
Yeah.
like Mandajit Kaur over here. Come on now. So what's interesting about this is that there was so the Homeland Security actually put them on blast initially. This was the post they had, says no room at the end. Hilton Hotels has launched a coordinated campaign in Minneapolis to refuse service to DHS law enforcement. And you can see the email that they received here. After further investigation online, we found information about immigration work connected with your name, and we'll be canceling your upcoming reservation. You should see a proper cancellation email in your inbox shortly from Hilton here. And there's a little bit more here. You can see what happened here. Now, immediately, this blew up online. This was immediately, it was like, we're gonna Bud Light the shit out of Hilton here. And it started immediately. People were like, hey, I've been a platinum member of Hilton. I stay at all their hotels. I'm not doing this shit anymore if they're cutting off government agencies here and
Good.
Things like that. Yeah, which is a good thing. Blabs, first, before we get to kind of the peak of this story, your thoughts on this, hearing it for the first
Pretty
time.
disgusting, actually. I wouldn't. I'm surprised by this behavior, but also not surprised because very unhinged people always work behind the powerful stuff. So I'm like, is it surprising? Not really. Yes, surprised at the same time. You wouldn't really think of it from like the Hilton of all companies to be like, ice, I don't know. But maybe also because some hotels were given money to, just house all these illegals. So maybe they get some type of like cash back and now they're no longer getting it.
So there was immediate pushback. And to be clear, this is a separate company called Everpeak that, once again, licenses the Hilton name here. And when you license a name, or you are a franchise, more or less, you can have that franchisee tag removed at any time, right? There's always some sort of clause in your contract with that company saying, hey, you do disparaging things, we can remove those. So Everpeak Hospitality went out and they made a statement about this a few hours after this kind of caught wind here. And they said over here on X, Everpeak Hospitality has moved swiftly to address the matter, as it was inconsistent with our policy of being a welcoming place for all. We are in touch with the impacted guests to ensure that they are accommodated. We do not discriminate against any individuals or agencies and apologize to those impacted. We are committed to welcoming all guests and operating in accordance with branch standards, applicable laws, and our role as a professional hospitality provider. And that was their statement. Case closed, guys.
All right.
Except,
Never mind.
Nick Sorter over on X. What was the thing that we talked about with Nick Shirley last week? People were just like, you just go do things,
Yeah,
you just go do things, right? Well, Nick Sorter went to one of these hotels and just did something. And he went out and he wanted to see if he could get checked into the hotel as a member of ICE, right? So he actually walked up to the hotel and tried to book it. And this is him entering the hotel and asking him if he can book as a member of HHS or ICE.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Do you have any rooms for tonight?
You should, yeah.
Okay. Like how many? Could we get like 10?
Says 10 rooms found. So we're all on the same page. 10
right.
10 rooms are available.
10?
I mean, yeah, I know that might be.
See. Did you already make reservations by any chance?
No.
No. What's
First.
the name?
It would be just Nick. I'm put it under my personal.
Worst undercover name possible, right? Minnesota.
Maybe not, but-
Let's see. It depends because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Is it what agency is it for? Using the
well,
government rate.
they'd be Department of Homeland Security.
So we're not accepting people from immigration, ICE agents, DHS into our property. It's just our management ownership.
Oh, okay, I thought
Yeah.
that changed today. Was that?
I just talked to my the owner of the building,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't say there has been any changes. So
Really? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just policy. You know that.
Yeah, I mean
they
that's
said.
not your fault. Totally,
Yeah.
totally get that. So they actually said that was like, I mean, honestly, this is the most convenient location. So
Right.
it's like, so they told you no, that there's no.
Yeah, no immigration.
Well,
I-
DHS isn't all
Yeah.
immigration. Okay.
So,
So it goes on for a couple more minutes, and once again, no fault of this kid. He's just trying to work, but he's
He's got
just
a hair.
enforcing. He's
Yeah.
nice mop, nice mop on his head right there.
Needs a makeover.
With that said, no shade towards this kid at all. He's just trying to reinforce. But this guy, Nick Sorter, went out and was like, "No, they're not. Like this company says that they're going to fix things. They clearly didn't, and he just went out and did something, which is really, really great." And you hear about these things all the time. My thought process when I was watching this was, how oftentimes do you see a company say, "We've addressed this matter internally," or "We're taking care of this," and that's the last you ever heard of it? Well, I think it's really great that he went up and actually checked it out for himself and took time, drove 30 minutes, however long it was, to go there and see. And oftentimes, I think a lot of times when you say, "Oh, we've addressed this matter internally," it's a bunch of fucking bullshit. And I think it's exactly what happened here. And there should be more, quote unquote, citizen journalists that go out and simply just do things just like this. "Hey, I saw you did this. I'd like to check on this. Did this happen?" "Oh, no, it didn't." "Okay, well then that's bullshit."
Yep.
And I think that's wonderful to see. And do you guys think that Nick Sorter overstepped here, or do you think he did the right thing?
How did he overstep in any way?
I don't know. Just putting the employee on blast or something, even though he did say it's not the employee's fault. I mean, we all understand that, but I don't know. Did he overstep at all?
No,
No.
absolutely not. You're verifying, and it's sort of like it's like sort of when someone changes their policy, it's like, all right, cool. Now you're going to be accepting like a certain, let's say back in the day, right? During talking about segregation again, it's like, now that we're going to be allowing these certain types of people into this establishment, you want to make sure that it's actually true. So you want to verify it yourself. I don't think he overstepped at all.
Well, Hilton thinks that the Everpeak company did overstep because after they released their statement and then Nick Sorter went and saw that it was all bullshit, this morning, Hilton has gone in and released their own statement. The entire company said, "The independent hotel owner has assured us that they had fixed this problem and published a message confirming this. A recent video raises concerns that they are not meeting our standards and values. As such, we are taking immediate actions to remove this hotel from our systems."
Hey,
Hilton is and has been a welcoming place for all. We are also engaging with all of our franchisees to reinforce the standards to hold them to across our systems to help ensure this does not happen again.
Oh, wonderful. Good for
Yeah.
them.
And they need to be quick on this stuff because the average person, I'll throw myself in that same list. I had no idea, Craig, that there is this idea of like, it's almost like a Dunkin' Donuts idea that you can license the name out. I wasn't aware of that. So I imagine most people are like that. So if you're hearing that Hilton did this, then they're thinking it's Hilton. And so you have to very quickly put out that fire very, very quickly.
Yeah, because if you're franchisee, like you can get in trouble. It's like, hey, if that's the case, then we're going to remove this license from you. And yeah, you're representing the entire company, and people don't know that, right? So like you're franchising off like a McDonald's or some shit like that, right? It's like, and you go inside and the quality fucking sucks, and you complain. It's like, well, it's isolated location, right? So you can't really blame the entire thing. But if they're coming out and said that, yeah, we can't allow certain types of people, within our establishments, it's like I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Right?
Especially when it's like it was multiple Hilton chains that were doing this, you know. And I imagine that the majority of the Hilton demographic are people with money and right-ish.
Well-
you know what I
well,
mean? Like they don't
So
wanna...
they have Hilton has a number of different companies underneath the Hilton name, right? They have
Mhm.
different
Mhm.
brands that cater to different demographics, right?
Okay.
They have their, when you think of Hilton, you know, generally it's a fairly luxury brand, but they do have I would say normie brands as well that are out there.
Peasants, for the peasants.
Yes. For your pastor goes. I mean, you can't have 10,000 luxury hotels, right?
Mhm.
Or however many it is. But yeah, I think it's great to see such swift action here. The idea that this kind of got signal boosted 24 hours ago, and to see a move, to see a giant billion-dollar corporation move this quick, I think it's wonderful, and I think that it truly is like a sign of the times. I think this goes back to the precedent that's been set by our president and the culture shift here, because I think there was a time maybe not too long ago where they would have said good, you know, or they just wouldn't have responded at all. But they've seen the pushback. I said Bud Light, Target back during the insanity, you know, a couple of years ago. That wasn't just for Bud Light. That wasn't just for Target and the transgender swimsuits on the front of the store and stuff. That was a message to every single corporation out there. You fuck with it, you're going to get fucked with, right? And I guarantee when people say, oh, listen, we need to Bud Light Hilton very hard. Like when you Bud Light somebody, it's a verb for fucking over their company because they fucked with you. And as soon as Hilton started to hear that, hey man, I guarantee they were like, no, we ain't playing this game. Let's stomp this out. No franchise fee is worth the bad publicity that we're going to get from this. So
that's why I also really like this idea of the citizen journalist coming out, because the minute that starts making money, and obviously it is now, you're going to start getting waves and waves of people. And then that means companies are in real deep shit because everyone's out for blood at that point because they also want to make some money. So they're going to be investigating everything. And I like that because hopefully this will teach companies, corporations, et cetera, to stay the fuck out of politics. Just sell your good and shut up. Stay out of politics so you're not going to be blasted. That's what's been infuriating is the minute that corporations stepped into the arena of politics. I really wish they stayed out, and hopefully this might be a solve to that.
Bobby Broadway says, and some still think this is a family show. So funny. I watched my kids. Sorry, Bobby. If you like poo-poo jokes, then you are on the right show, which is great. All right. Well, good resolution right there. And we did see this from DHS, the X handle this morning, just simply saying, good morning, Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So,
I saw that.
they're
Halloween. That's great.
Yep. Covering up that quality learning center right there. That's what AI is used for in the best way possible. Obey your digital overlords. Watch this video right here that YouTube suggested for you.